Staying in the U.S., and as an increasing number of politicians throw their hat into an already crowded Democratic field of presidential contenders, one small-town mayor is seeking to increase his name recognition, starting with an overseas trip to Israel. Our diplomatic correspondent Mike Wagenheim has more on his aspirations for the White House.
A small-town mayor with no name recognition and no big money is weeks away from announcing whether he'll run for president. His first foreign policy trip, Israel and the Palestinian Authority. Meet Wayne Messam, first-term mayor of 140,000-strong Miramar, Florida. The son of Jamaican immigrants, college football champion, construction company owner. A success story. But straight to the White House?
Well, you see, when you look at the issues that are important in the accomplishments we've been able to do in Miramar, Florida, in terms of gun control, fighting oil drilling outside of our city, and dealing with immigrant issues in our community. And these issues from Washington, I feel, is not necessarily addressing these issues with a sense of urgency. It's very important that there's a candidate that is close to the people. Being a mayor, I'm close to the people.
The 44-year-old Messam formed an exploratory committee to determine the viability of a White House run, one day after he won re-election as mayor. In the meantime, he's working on his foreign policy chops with a visit to one of the most hot-button regions in the world, and one that has been a sore spot of late for his Democratic Party. Messam is spending the early part of this week in Jerusalem, meeting with Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, along with lawmakers and stakeholders, in addition to a trip to Ramallah for dialogue with the Palestinian Authority.
What's really important is not only to recognize the relationship between the United States and Israel, but to be able to give a perspective in terms of what are the important issues to maintain that relationship. So being able to have this trip, being able to meet with important stakeholders gives me the depth and appreciation of what is fact, what is political speak, and be able to have an honest discussion.
But what of the talk of BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions of Israel, that has dominated the Democratic landscape lately?
BDS is a very important and very controversial topic in terms of what's been debated in our country. My goal is to ensure that I am keeping the priority positions to have a great relationship with this region, including Israel, as well as all the important stakeholders, so that we can ensure that whenever there is diplomatic discussion, debate, or policy issues that may come forward, that those decisions are made with a thought process and understanding of all the priorities from all the stakeholders that are involved.
One thing is for sure, if Messam somehow pulls off the impossible in 2020, this might be the only example of him following in his predecessor's footsteps. Mike Wagenheim, I-24 News.